Hello everyone, welcome to the Mule. I'm doing a review today of Transformers 14, 15, and 16. These are my first readings of this series. I wanted to get it earlier, but for some reason I just didn't. But now we are starting with issue 14. I really like these covers of Starscream, Megatron looking badass. I'm not really sure what's going on here with Optimus and Megatron. They look like they're having tea or something. But we'll go through them individually. So this one, this is part 2 of a story, so I should have got number 13, but all 3 of these issues are written by Brian Ruckley, art by Anna Malkova, Bethany McGuire-Smith, colors by Joanna Lafuente, letters by Tom B. Long. So we get caught up on the previous issue where Bumblebee joins the Decepticons. Look at that. He's got a branding gun. Welcome to the new look Decepticons. Time to get your angry face on. So Bumblebee's joined the Decepticons for now. And then these are who is in the book. Ruckus, Bumblebee, Sideswipe, Elita 1, Soundwave, Chromia, Springer. So we start off with a fight, I guess. I don't know. See, it's Changing Your Nature part 2, so I'm not sure what all happened in part 1. But we got Autobots here. Coloring is really good. You can see the Transformers clearly. The only thing I wish happen is if they change the dialogue boxes between Autobots and Decepticons, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So they're in Cybertron now. So trying to find out who murdered other Autobots. So you see here that what's her name? God, I forget what her name is, but she says that Void has now traded it to me, so I have an in-price secondhand description of Brainstorm's murder. What? What did you have to trade to get that? Trading untruth to Void invites disaster. So this Void saw who murdered Brainstorm. And then we go back to the Autobot fight. Cup is there. It's a pretty fun little fight. Decepticon comes out. Turns into, I don't know what that is. A drill? Run, strong arm, run. Braka, braka, whoa! And then Chromia is kind of the leader of this group right now. And she says, or Sideswipe says, Chromia, that didn't go quite as hoped. I think we might need some heavier duty stunners. And then all of a sudden, Soundwave shows up. Who are you? Senator Soundwave, this isn't a safe. Springer, Senator, Crystal City Security, but I've been drafted in like everyone else. Irrelevant, Chromia. You are in charge. Decepticons provide their own security. I will negotiate a peaceful conclusion and ensure the safety of all. He has a staff, you see. Oh, this woman's name was Nautica. That's right. Nautica. Okay. Let's continue. Oh. So, shit. I went too far. So Soundwave had the staff. And he's talking to some Decepticons right now. I will leave here. I will leave this here for you. It prevents surveillance. Wait further contact. See, Bumblebee is on it. He's like, you see that? He's left his staff thing inside. And then boom! Look at that. Explosion. The last panel is Megatron. He says, we are in a race against catastrophe. Sorry for the glare. We are in a race against catastrophe now. One misstep and we all fall. Da 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 da. So, and then number 15. This is my favorite one because it's almost all about Megatron. So we get a recap. So I like this. They do a one-page recap of the previous issue. I think that's really smart. It's just one page, you know. Some other comic books, they have wasted pages at the front. This is just a nice, simple, get you up to date. Sentinel Prime, Bumblebee, Orion Pax. He's called Orion Pax instead of Optimus Prime at the moment because this is before he becomes Optimus Prime. Chromia, Shockwave, and Megatron. So I like that they're starting with some like politics. Like Sentinel Prime says, the Ascenticons offer you only lies, false justifications for false solutions to false problems. They promise unlimited energon, unlimited forgings, unlimited expansion, as if some simplicities can answer every question. The truth is that they want you to surrender to the violence of the rise. They would give the murders what they want. That is not strength. That will not bring us peace. And see, there's got Autobot supporters there. And Megatron's watching. He's watching from his chair where he's getting energon injections. That's awesome. Megatron says, this is the emergency. Much greater risks are here now. By the end of this cycle, I will either have salvage our cause or be ruined. I just love it. He's powering up. And then we get this kind of flashback. I love the coloring because the coloring makes it... The coloring tells you that it is a flashback. You know, this is just... You think this is basics of making a comic book, but I see failure on a lot of... I just read a Luke Skywalker Age of Rebellion, and there's so much failure there with like dream sequences and stuff that they don't separate it. So we have Bumblebee, Chromia, and Orion Pax talking here, and it's revealed that Orion Pax, I want to say Optimus, he says, and though we cannot prove it, we think Quake may have disappeared because his task was silent. His task was to silence the Void, which would mean that he killed Rubble as well. Bumblebee is sad. Barricade got Rubble killed? How long have you known that? Not known, suspected. You knew and you didn't tell me, Orion? I was in there with him. I was face to face with him. If I feared what you might do or what might be done to you, for better or for worse, I made a choice. So there was a couple Autobots that were killed in the series so far, and they've been trying to find out who did it. And yeah, they think Barricade got Rubble killed. And then this is more like Megatron backstory. I'm not going to spoil that stuff. I think you should read it. You should buy this book for sure. And then we're on I believe this is Astro Train. It looks like Astro Train. Because they're kind of like in... Usually when they're in a train, it would be Astro Train. But it doesn't specifically say. But there's some Decepticons here. Some cool looking Decepticons. I like this. I guess these aren't... Are these Decepticons? I don't think these are Decepticons, actually. This is like the third party. There was a third party. Oh shit, sorry for the glare and the focusing. Anyway, Megatron summons Shockwave, and then they're talking. And then they're talking. There's a lot of talking. And BAM! Megatron says, fuck you, bitch. says, we must become what the times require of us. I'm going to mend Cybertron. I'm going to do what must be done. I will not be brought down by your longing for chaos. Because Shockwave's like, I don't know, he's kind of like Adam Schiff if you're following American politics. And Megatron beats the shit out of Shockwave. Just throws him around like he's nothing. And he called these two Decepticons previously. And he says, do not move. There is no more rise. There will only be my will. You are all nothing but my arm bending to my purpose. Are our interests aligned, Shockwave? Does anyone else require an explanation of the hierarchy? Works for me. I think it's all clear enough. Very good. Crisis averted. And then we get some more dialogue. Sentinel Prime. Chromia and Orion Pax. Save your protests for the end, Orion. You will have several. 2. Security operations have little experience in the kind of action apparently now required and little recent success. You will run investigations, Chromia, but others will apply force as required. Were Ultra Magnus here, I would have turned to him, but he's not. And none of the other great generals will serve. Therefore, Hound and Nova Star are second from Colonel Security to oversee enforcement actions. 3. You will liaise with Ironhide to prepare a plan for the arrest and questioning of Senator Shockwave. Or Senator Soundwave, sorry. Quietly if you can, but one way or another, I want him in custody. So they're going to try and track down Soundwave, who let off that bomb that blew up some, I think, Decepticons and Autobots. And then number 16 here, we get a recap. Same team as before. I guess there's one colorist added, Josh Bertram. I love the colors though. Really stands out. Nautica, Road Rage, Heretic, Elita 1, Starscream, Slipstream, Orion Pax, Flame War, Megatron. So we got a lot of people in here. So they're walking out of the meeting, and then Heretic, this guy here. There's Ironhide. I love Ironhide. It's so cool. Anyway, skip forward, and then we see Megatron talking to that guy. So he's Megatron's informant, and he's telling Megatron about what Sentinel Prime was saying. We get a nice conversation here, and then somebody comes from the shadows. Starscream is a little cocky. Sorry for the glare. Starscream and his cocky little face. Lots of dialogue, but it's good. It's good dialogue. It's good story building. What in the universe is that? I'm not sure what the hell this was. That is a Voin asserter. When one of them adopts an assertion's rig, it means there's going to be trouble. I'm not sure what this is about. It doesn't reference it again. And there's some more dialogue about this character is telling Megatron that Bumblebee is a traitor. And then Megatron says, I will look into it. Leave me. Very well. Crisis after all. Soundwave, I have to get a message to Shockwave. Thanks to your incompetence, our enemies draw near. We have no choice but to change the game entirely and hope that Cybertron one day forgives us. Nice. And there's Astro Train. Holding, I guess these aren't Decepticons. These are like rebels. But they're really cool. Look at that team. Slipstream, Tell her, shut up, all of you. I don't know why Shockwave suddenly gave the go order, but this is world-changing if we succeed. The stakes could not be higher. There's zero room for error, so focus. So it sounds like Shockwave sent them. Tracer, you're up. Receive, report, and prepare the ground. My pleasure. See if you can ever catch up, groundbreakers. This guy's a helicopter. And then bam! Ooh, slits that guy in half. Externals clear. Slipwave, you can send the others to join the party. Look how cool this guy is. I love it. I love it. And there's the four of them. Oh, what's going on? Boom! I got blown up. And there's a fight. There's kind of a fight to end it. And then we'll see. There's the last panel, the second last page. Your turn, city speaker. I don't know. I'm not sure. Remind him of his commitment to the cause, Shadow Striker. For the cause. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. They're just... So one of them says, can you hear me, Vigilum? I hear you. Do you remember the great deeds we spoke about? I remember. The time is here. If you're still willing, if you're still what you want, the time to wake. I awake. Wow. Is that one Transformer? Wow, we'll have to see what happens. Next issue, Megatron's trying to take over Cybertron. So, there's stuff going on, at least, in this series. I heard that it was slow for a while. But now things are starting to pick up. We get Soundwave doing some stuff. Megatron's doing some stuff. Orion Pax and Bumblebee are figuring things out. Excited for number 17. And the channel is called The Mule. And I'm doing comic book reviews and movie reviews. I'm going to see some movies on Saturday, so there'll be some reviews up the weekend. And check out my website, www.the-mule.net. THE-MULE.net. Visit my website. I have other comic book reviews up, written reviews, and check other videos on my channel. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.